So, Game 5 of this Bucks Heat series. Milwaukee trying to avoid the gentleman sweep from the 8th seed. And Kyle Lowry, oh my goodness, with his juicy... pardon me. Yeah, that was a lame-ass joke, but hey, we gotta try. Pat Connaughton knocks it down here, and Miami was off to a much better start than I expected. I expected Milwaukee to come out strong early and just punch them in the mouth straight in the first quarter, but they waited until the third quarter as Grayson Allen knocks down the and one three-pointer. And yeah, the Bucks finally started to gain some momentum that I expected them to have from the start, and they just didn't have the right energy, it felt like. But the energy shifted in this third quarter. Chris Middleton with the pull-up, and it's a 16-point lead with 30 minutes to go, but Miami had some tricks up their sleeve, and it was the man himself, the man, the myth, the Kevin Love, as he was sensational, especially in this fourth quarter. He pulled out a huge performance. Shout out to him for throwing it back, and the inverted pick and roll between Bam and Jimmy, and one. I love it from the Bucks. From the Heat. God damn, I'm trying to record this video for the 5th time or something, so yeah, I'm a little bit messed up, but Bam, shout out to him. I liked how he played also aggressively. Here he hits the, not sure if Pat did, but he hits his probably favorite mid-range spot. But the Bucks took a lead on free throws, and it was a 4-point lead here, but Gabe Vincent just pulls up with the biggest shot of the night probably, and it's a 1-point game with 8.4 seconds. The Bucks split the free throw, and Jimmy ties it here with an incredible and just an insane shot here. And the Bucks had a timeout, have Giannis, and they did not call it here, so that was something. But Jimmy was talking how it's quiet in there, and he was goddamn sensational once again, as here he just spins around on Jrue Holiday and has 42 points and a 3-point lead for the Heat here. And they were goddamn sensational. And here's an easy dunk for Cody Zeller as Bam Adebayo was fouled out, same as Kevin Love, same as Kyle Lowry at this point. And it's a 2-point game with 48 seconds to go. And this was an unfortunate play, but Giannis just had to foul him, even though it was somewhat and they split the free throws. Giannis just passes the ball to Chris Middleton as he falls down, barely steps up, and they ran out the clock as Grayson Allen is Euro-stepping for some reason. And the game was over, as the Heat are now, of course, moving on. Second round against the Knicks. And, of course, we started with the Heat here, as we usually do, because I don't want to undermine what they did here. It's one hell of an upset, even though Giannis was hurt for pretty much the first 3 games, if you count the first one, but 2.5 games, I would say. So the Miami Heat just seized their opportunity, and they were sensational. And it was just a 2-1 series when Giannis came back. And they had every chance to win games 4 and 5. And they just didn't. And in the end, it's more about Miami than about, Bucks failure and everything, which we'll talk about after we talk about the Heat and give them their props, because every goddamn player stepped up. Bam had a triple-double with 20, 10, and 10. He was sensational, was more aggressive, took 20 shots, even though he didn't shoot the ball particularly well. He still took those 20 shots and made 8 of them. I think honestly, that's really great for him. You have Kevin Love stepping up with 15 and 12. Max Strus had his moments in this series. Gabe Vincent stepped up with 22 and 6, had his great moments. Kyle Lowry even had a great game. You, of course, have some other guys stepping up. Duncan Robinson had his moments this series. Everyone chimed in, and it was all culminated by Jimmy Butler, who, of course, is one of the best playoff performers we have in this league. And he was once again sensational today. And I would just like to say that Coach Spoelstra outcoached Coach Budenholzer by a lot. And it was seen by a mile, right? And, of course, what I also like on Miami's part, that they didn't turn the ball over tonight, which is what I said they have to do if they want to win this series. What helped them also is that Milwaukee missed, how many was it actually? 17 free throws, I'm pretty sure. Giannis missed 13 of them, had some rough misses in fourth quarter. He was like 1 of 9 in fourth quarter and overtime. Had 7 turnovers. 38 and 20 is not bad, of course, but it was a weird Giannis game. Chris Middleton had a good game, but also didn't want the ball in the clutch, which was weird. Then you have Jrue Holiday, who shot the ball just 11 times. Brook Lopez maybe could have shot the ball more. He was 18 and 10, and he was shooting it well. Not enough athleticism for these Bucks. in my opinion. They need to add more athleticism. And it's funny that they traded 5 second-round picks for Jay Crowder and he barely played this series. Truly intriguing stuff. I don't know where they'll go. Next year, do they just run it back and say, hey, we look too ahead of ourselves? As Giannis said, they were looking far too ahead of themselves and undermined Miami. And or do they fire Budenholzer, maybe look to trade somebody? I don't know what they could do. I don't think trades are necessarily in play, but the coaching change is certainly in play, and we'll see what they do. But yeah, Coach Bud with the timeouts and some questionable decisions, especially in Game 4, no double teaming Jimmy or taking the ball out of his hand somehow, some way. It's been a rough series for him, that's for sure. But the Bucks season is a failure in a way, of course. And Giannis, hey, he played it nicely. I'm happy that he has that perspective because they need to have that perspective, right? If they wouldn't have that perspective, they wouldn't ever be great in a way because you just need to have the perspective that, hey, our season is not a failure. That's just how life is, man. You have to embrace the journey. In every goddamn situation, you have to embrace the journey. But we ourselves as a fan, a lot of fans will consider this a failure. And for every player, it would be a failure in a way, of course. I would say it's a major disappointment. Hey, and major disappointment sets you up in life for many opportunities you never thought you could seize. And the Bucks can learn from this. And as long as you're learning, you're not failing. So here's motivational Rom Jednaras for you. And we'll see the Bucks next year.